the first of the foot videos, I showed you how to set out the feet. So we've got the soles of the foot and the toes in correct anatomical position and left and right. So the final thing I'm going to do is talk to you about the tarsal bones and how you side those. So these are much bigger than the carpal bones for the hand, and they're very distinctive. So we'll start with the two biggest bones. I'm going to pair them up. This is the calcaneus, which is basically the heel of your foot, what you stand on. So the calcaneus one side, and then we have the talus. This is the surface that the tibia articulates with. Okay, so talus, calcaneus. And then I'm going to, as before, pair up my bones. They look similar sizes and similar shapes. Pair them up. Similar sizes and shapes. And we've got these little cubes here. Okay. So we'll start by siding the calcaneus and the talus. So these are at the back of the foot. So the calcaneus has an elongated aspect that's medial, that goes towards the center line of the body. Okay, so medial. So it points to the opposite side the bone comes from. So this is on the left. So this is the right foot. So this is pointing to the middle of the foot. Yes, like that. And that one's on the other side. The talus sits on top of the calcaneus. So if you're not sure, you can reconstruct them and see if you can get them to match. Again, you're looking at articular facets, these elongated facets. So the talus sitting on this facet like that. Like that. So for the calcaneus, the elongated bit points towards the middle. For the talus, the elongated bit points to the side it comes from, or the opposite direction. Right? So they sit together. I usually lay them out so that they're sitting like that. Okay, talus. The next bone you want to look for is the navicular, or the boat-shaped bone. Navy, navicular. Here you have them. So these got a little semicircular, kind of a boat-shaped, quite distinctive bone. You'll see it's got a very smooth surface on one side with a kind of projection that comes down at the bottom. The surface points to the side that the bone comes from. Okay, so that's from the right side. And when it articulates, it hooks onto talus. So in this case, when I'm looking at it, this is the left side. The smooth surface, when I look at it, is on the left side. So this is the left, and it articulates with the talus like that. Right, so that's your navicular. Then you've got the cuboid, which is a cube, basically. It's quite an irregular looking bone, the cubed bone. So it has this rounded surface here that articulates with the calcaneus. And when you hold it looking at that surface, there's a groove that points to the side the bone comes from. So I'm looking at it with the surface, articular surface up, and that groove is pointing to the left. So this is my left one, and it articulates like that. Putting the hand in the way, and that must be my right one. Okay, and articulates like that. So these are sitting back. And then I have my three cuneiforms that form the row at the front. So they work in sizes. So the medial, the middle one, is the largest. Then it goes to the smallest, which seems kind of counterintuitive. And then it goes to the second largest. Okay, so medial, intermediate, lateral cuneiforms. Medial cuneiforms, quite easy to side. It has this really elongated facet that runs up here. So it runs all the way up. If you hold it so you're looking at that facet running up, it points to the side it comes from. So this is pointing to the right. So that's my right intermediate. and that's therefore is my left intermediate. Then my smallest one, you hold it so that it's the biggest part of the facet, square facet, is up. You look at it, and then it has a smooth side on one side, and that side points to the side it comes from. So that's left. The other one, because I've already paired them up, is the right one. And then the lateral, you hold it so it's kind of the shape of Africa. So you hold it upside down, and then the groove points to the side it comes from. So hold Africa upside down and it points to the side it comes from. Okay, and there you have the foot.